There's a moment we all face, maybe once, maybe 100 times in our life, where it feels like everything inside us just says enough. Enough trying. Enough fighting. Enough getting up just to be knocked back down again. You know that moment. When your body feels heavy. When your chest aches with frustration. When your mind whispers, maybe this is it. Maybe I can't go any further. And you start thinking about quitting. Not just for today, but for good. You start building the case in your own head for why it's okay to walk away. You tell yourself, I've done enough. I've already tried. I'm just tired. And you know what? You are tired. Because carrying the weight of your dreams, your responsibilities, your struggles, it's heavy. And sometimes, the world doesn't feel like it's giving anything back. It's like you're running on fumes. And part of you is ready to just lay it all down and be done. But let me tell you something, and I want you to really let this sink in. You're not done. You are not finished. This is not the end. I know right now it feels like you've given everything you had, but the truth is, there's more in you. More fight. More strength. More resilience than you can see in this moment. You've been here before, haven't you? Not exactly like this, maybe, but close enough. A time when it felt impossible, when it felt like you couldn't take another step. And yet, you did. You made it through nights you thought would never end. You survived days that broke other people. You've walked through storms that should have taken you out. And here you are, still standing. Don't you see what that means? It means you've already proven, again and again, that you're stronger than your pain. That you can take a hit and keep moving forward. And right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can stay down. You can let the weight win. You can let this be the part of your story where you gave up. Or, you can get up. Even if it's slow. Even if it hurts. Even if you don't feel ready. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Readiness is a lie. If you wait to feel ready, you'll never move. The people who change their lives, the people who inspire the world, they don't move because they're ready. They move because they refuse to stay where they are. And you're not meant to stay here. You're meant to rise. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's hard. But this pain, this exhaustion, this is where strength is born. Think about it. When has growth ever happened in the easy moments? When has your story ever gotten better because you stopped at the first sign of struggle? Never. Your story gets better when you push through. When you dig deep. When you decide, I'm not finished here. You might not see it yet, but the version of you that's on the other side of this, the stronger, wiser, unstoppable version, is waiting. And they're looking back at this exact moment and saying, please, get up. Don't stop now. I'm counting on you. This moment right here, this could be the turning point. This could be the chapter people look at one day and say, that's when everything changed. But it won't happen if you quit. It won't happen if you stop now. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to win. You don't have to have every step mapped out. You just have to take the next step. One step. One push. One moment of courage. That's how comebacks start. Not with a perfect plan, but with the decision to get up one more time. So take a breath. Wipe your eyes. Stand up. Even if your legs shake. Because you've got more to give. More to see. More to become. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where you rise. Get up. You're not done yet. There's a certain moment in life that doesn't get talked about enough. It's not the big victory moment. It's not the inspiring, I finally made it scene everyone loves to post about. No, I'm talking about that moment. The one where you're face down in the dirt, physically, mentally, and emotionally drained. The one where every part of you is screaming, I can't do this anymore. It's not pretty. It's not inspiring, at least not while you're in it. It's raw. It's ugly. It's heavy. This is the moment you want to quit. The moment where the dream feels too far away, the goal feels too big, and your fight feels too small. And here's the truth, that moment, it's not a sign you're weak. It's a sign you've been giving everything you got. It's a sign you've been pushing, trying, showing up, even when it's been hard. But it's also the most dangerous moment. Because in that space, your mind will try to convince you to stop. It will start whispering things like, "This isn't worth it. You're not cut out for this. Other people are just better than you. Why keep going when it hurts this much?" It's like your brain tries to hand you an easy way out. And let's be honest, quitting does feel easy in the moment. It feels like relief. It feels like dropping a heavy backpack after a long climb. But here's what you need to know. That relief is temporary. Because the moment you walk away from something your heart still wants, the moment you stop fighting for something that matters to you, it leaves a hole. And that hole? It doesn't go away just because you try to ignore it. It follows you. It shows up in quiet moments. It asks, "What if?" when you're trying to sleep at night. It becomes that ache in your chest that nothing else can fill. That's why this moment, the moment you want to quit, is actually the most important moment of the entire journey. Because if you can push through this, if you can hold on for just a little longer, something shifts. Most people think success comes from talent, or luck, or perfect timing. But in reality, it comes from this exact decision point, when it's easier to quit, but you choose to keep going anyway. Think about it. Anyone can keep moving when the road is smooth and the sun's out. That doesn't take grit. That doesn't build strength. The strength that changes you, the kind that makes you unstoppable, that's built here. In the dark. In the moments when no one's watching. When you've got no guarantee it's going to work. When you're holding on by a thread, but you keep holding on. And here's the thing, you've done this before. You've faced nights you thought you'd never make it through. But you did. You've walked through pain you thought would break you. But it didn't. You've been in situations where you said, "I can't take another step." But somehow you did. You've already proven you can survive hard things. You've already shown yourself you're capable of more than you thought. And now is just another one of those moments. It might feel like the end, but really, it's the middle. It's the test. And the beautiful thing about these moments is that they're often the doorway to the next level. Sometimes you're just one step away from a breakthrough you can't even see yet. I know you're tired. I know you're frustrated. I know part of you feels like giving up would be easier than getting up one more time. But if you stop here, you'll never know what could have been waiting for you. You'll never know if tomorrow was the day it was going to click. You'll never see the doors that were just about to open. The moment you want to quit, that's the moment you have to dig in. Not because it's easy, not because it's comfortable, but because you owe it to yourself not to throw away all the progress you've made just because the climb got steep. Every step you've taken so far has been building you for this. Every struggle, every failure, every setback, it's been preparing you to face this moment and choose differently. And that's the difference between the people who make it and the people who don't. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about what you do when quitting feels like the easiest option. This is your moment. It's not the end of your story. It's the chapter where you prove to yourself what you're really made of. So take a breath. Wipe your face. Square your shoulders. And remember, if you're in the moment where you want to quit, it's because you're in the exact place where the old you would have stopped. But you're not the old you anymore. You've grown. You've fought. You've come too far. So don't you dare quit now. Stopping now might feel like the smart thing. It might feel like you're saving yourself from more pain, more effort, more disappointment. But let me ask you something. What happens after you stop? You think it's going to be peace, but it's not. At first, yeah, there's relief. You feel lighter, because you've just set down the weight you've been carrying. But give it time. A week, a month, a year. That decision to quit starts echoing in your mind. And you start asking yourself the question you can't outrun. What if I had just kept going? Here's the thing about stopping too soon. It's like walking out of a movie halfway through. You'll never know how it ends. You'll never see the twist, the breakthrough, the moment it all comes together. And here's what most people don't realize. The breakthrough you've been working for, grinding for, bleeding for, it doesn't show up in the first chapter. It doesn't show up when things are easy. It shows up right after the part that feels impossible. That's why you can't stop here. Because this exact moment when you feel done, is the sign you're closer than you think. Think about how far you've already come. Go back to the beginning. Remember the version of you who started this. The one who didn't know if they could even make it this far. That version of you would kill to be where you are right now. They would look at you and say, "You're telling me we've made it through all of that, just to quit here? You've fought too many battles to walk off this one. You've sacrificed too much to just let it go now. You've put in too many hours, too much heart, too much sweat for it to end here. And I get it, maybe you feel like you've hit a wall. Like no matter what you do, it's not working. Like you're stuck on repeat, trying and failing, trying and failing. But walls aren't there to stop you. They're there to see how badly you want it. To see if you'll climb over, dig under, or smash straight through. If you stop here, the wall wins. If you stop here, every reason you started gets buried under the weight of, "I gave up." You've got to understand, this moment is temporary. This pain, this exhaustion, this feeling of being stuck, it's not forever. But if you quit, that decision is forever. And you've got to decide which one you can live with. Here's another thing. You're not just fighting for yourself right now. You're fighting for every single person who's watching you, even the ones you don't know are watching. You're fighting for the people who will one day say, "Because they didn't give up, I didn't give up either." Whether you realize it or not, you're building a blueprint. You're showing people what's possible. And if your blueprint says, "Stop when it gets hard," then that's the legacy you leave. But if it says, "Push through, keep going, rise anyway," now that's something that changes lives. That's something that inspires people long after you're gone. You also have to remember, the toughest moments often come right before the shift. Right before you're about to turn a corner you didn't even see coming. Life has this strange way of testing you before it rewards you. And sometimes, all it's asking is, will you keep going even when you can't see the reward yet? So no, you can't stop here. Not because it's going to be easy from here on out. It won't be. Not because you're going to suddenly feel motivated every day. You won't. You can't stop here because you've got something worth fighting for. Something worth finishing. Something worth looking back on one day and saying, "I saw it through. I gave it everything I had." I know you might not see the light at the end right now, but it's there. It's closer than you think. If you take one more step, and then another, and then another, you're going to get there. And when you do, you'll look back at this moment and be grateful, not because it was easy, but because you didn't let it break you. So take that next step, even if it's messy, even if you're tired, even if your voice is shaking and your knees are weak. Because this, right now, is where your comeback starts. You've made it too far to turn around now. You've got too much in you to stop here. Don't close the book in the middle of the story. Don't rob yourself of the ending you've been working for. Get up. Keep going. Because you are not done yet. There's something magical that happens when a person decides to get back up. It's not loud at first. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just a slow breath, a small movement the decision to not stay down. But that one choice, it changes everything. People think strength is about never falling. It's not. Strength is about refusing to stay on the ground when life knocks you flat. Because here's the truth, you will get knocked down. By failure. By heartbreak. By your own mistakes. By things you never saw coming. That's not weakness. That's life. And the people who win aren't the ones who avoid falling. They're the ones who learn how to rise again and again and again. Every time you get back up, you're proving something to yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm not done. I'm not beaten. I'm still in this fight. And the crazy thing is, the more times you rise, the stronger you get. Think about it. The first time you fall, it hurts like hell. You wonder if you can even move. But when you stand, you learn you can. The second time you fall, it still hurts. But now you remember. I've been here before. I know what to do. By the 10th time, the fall doesn't scare you anymore. Because you know the power is not in avoiding the hit, it's in your ability to rise after it. There's something people don't understand about resilience. It's not just bouncing back, it's coming back stronger. It's letting the hit teach you, shape you, sharpen you. The people who inspire us the most aren't the ones who had a smooth path. They're the ones who had every reason to give up but didn't. The ones who were counted out, overlooked, underestimated, and still found a way to stand. When you get back up, you're not the same person who fell. You're wiser. You're tougher. You've got scars now. And scars don't make you ugly, they make you proof. Proof that you survived what was meant to break you. Proof that you can take a hit and still move forward. Proof that you are more unshakable than you thought. And here's the wild part. Every time you stand up, you give someone else permission to do the same. You don't even have to say a word. Your actions say it for you. Look, I got hit. I fell. And I'm still here. That's why getting up matters so much. It's not just for you. It's for everyone who's going to see your fight and believe in their own because of it. I know it's tempting to think you'll wait until you feel ready. But the truth? You're never going to feel fully ready to rise. You're going to have to do it scared. Do it tired. Do it uncertain. And when you do, something shifts inside you. That little voice that's been telling you you can't starts to get quieter. And a new voice starts to grow. One that says, look at you. You just did that. The act of getting up is powerful because it changes your story. Without it, your story ends in defeat. With it, your story becomes one of resilience, redemption, and grit. Every great comeback you've ever heard about started with one decision. The decision not to let the last chapter be the final one. And you might think, but I've tried before and failed. Good. That means you're learning. That means you're getting better at rising. There's a reason fighters train by getting knocked down and standing back up. It's not just physical conditioning, it's mental armor. It's teaching your mind that no matter how many times you're dropped, you will rise again. You have that same choice right now. To stay down and let this moment define you. Or to get up and define yourself. And I'm telling you, the second you put your hands on the ground and push yourself back onto your feet, everything changes. Because in that moment, you are no longer a victim of what happened. You are the author of what happens next. So yes, it's hard. Yes, it hurts. Yes, there will be a part of you that wants to stay where it's comfortable. But comfort doesn't grow you. Staying down doesn't change anything. Getting up, that's where your power is. That's where you reclaim your fight, your voice, your life. And every time you rise, you send a message to the world. I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm not finished. So whatever knocked you down, loss, failure, doubt, fear, it doesn't get to have the last word. You do. This is the moment you take it back. This is the moment you plant your feet and say, I'm not done yet. Watch me. And when you do, that's when the story changes. That's when the impossible starts to move. That's when the comeback begins. So get up. Stand tall. You've still got fight in you. And that fight? It's more powerful than anything that's tried to break you. If you've been waiting for the universe to send you a message, if you've been praying for a reason to keep going, if you've been looking for a clear, undeniable sign, this is it. Right here. Right now. You don't need to scroll any further. You don't need another motivational quote or another deep conversation. You've been searching outside of yourself for permission. But the truth is, you've had permission this whole time. What you've been missing is a push, a spark, a voice to tell you, get up. You're not done yet. And maybe that's why you're here. Not by accident. Not because you just stumbled on this. But because something in you already knew you were meant to hear this today. You've been carrying dreams in your heart for too long to let them die here. You've been carrying a fight inside you for too long to leave it unfinished. You might think you're too late, that you've missed your shot, that your moment has already passed. But let me tell you something. As long as you're still breathing, you're still in the game. And you don't need perfect timing. You don't need everything lined up. You don't need all the answers. You just need to decide, I'm not quitting here. This is your green light. Your start line. Your wake-up call. Whatever excuse you've been holding on to. I'm too tired. I've failed before. I don't have what it takes. Let it go. It's been weighing you down long enough. You don't need to have it all figured out to take the next step. You just need to take it. And once you do, you'll remember what it feels like to move again. Because here's the thing, the hardest part isn't the work. It's starting. It's breaking that mental wall between I can't and I will. And once you break it, momentum takes over. One step turns into two. 2 turns into 10. 10 turns into a run. Before you know it, you're not just back in the fight, you're leading it. I know what you might be thinking. It's easy for you to say. You don't know what I've been through. You're right. I don't know every detail. But I do know this. You survived 100% of the worst days you've ever had. And you're still here. That means you're stronger than you think. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't about how many times you've been knocked down, but about how many times you're willing to rise again. This is not the end of your story. It's not the chapter where you fade out. It's the turning point, the plot twist, the moment future you will look back on and say, that was it. That was when everything changed. But you've got to choose it. No one else can do it for you. No one else can put your feet on the ground, make you stand, and push forward. This is your fight. This is your climb. This is your sign to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. And listen, I'm not saying it's going to be easy from here. You're still going to have hard days. You're still going to face doubt. You're still going to wonder if you're cut out for it. But the difference is, from this moment on, you don't run from it. You don't let fear call the shots. You don't let the weight of the past hold down your future. You rise. Every time. No matter what. Because if you can stand up one more time then life knocks you down, you win. That's the math. That's the truth. And the day you decide to stop quitting on yourself, that's the day everything starts shifting in your favor. So take this as more than just inspiration. Take it as a challenge. Take it as a dare. Dare to see what happens if you keep going. Dare to find out who you become when you refuse to give up. Dare to see how far you can go if you just take the next step today. And when you start to doubt again, because you will, remember this moment. Remember this voice telling you, you've still got time. You've still got fight. And you are absolutely not finished. So stand up. Take a breath. Look forward. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. But it will, starting now. So here we are. The moment where I stop talking and you start moving. You've listened to every word. You've felt it in your chest. Maybe you've even pictured the version of yourself you want to be, stronger, braver, unshakable. And now it's your turn to step into it. Because all of this, every story, every example, every reminder, it wasn't about me talking. It was about you remembering. Remembering that you're still here for a reason. Remembering that you've still got something worth fighting for. I want you to think about this. The only person who can decide your next chapter is you. Not the people who doubted you. Not the ones who hurt you. Not the ones who left. Not even the voice in your head that keeps whispering you can't. From this moment forward, you are the author. And every author decides where the story goes next. So write something worth telling. Make it loud. Make it bold. Make it yours. And I know, taking that first step after feeling stuck is scary. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look impressive. It just has to be real. Stand up. Do one thing today, even the smallest thing, that proves to yourself, I'm not done. Because the truth is, the world needs you awake. It needs your fight. It needs your light. And someone out there right now is going to find their strength because they saw you refuse to give up. That's the ripple effect of getting back up. You don't just change your own life. You inspire someone else to change theirs. So if you're watching this, I want you to know, this is not goodbye. This is the beginning. The start of you deciding that you're worth every ounce of effort it's going to take. You've got what it takes. You always did. And today, you prove it. Now before you go, if this spoke to you, if it lit even the smallest spark inside you, don't let it fade. Stay connected. Stick around. Because this is just one conversation, and we've got so much more to talk about. Hit that subscribe button. Join the community. Be part of something that reminds you, every single day, that you are stronger than your circumstances and bigger than your fears. And when you see that notification pop up with the next video, you'll know it's another push, another reminder, another sign. But right now, your job is simple. Close this video, stand up, and take one step forward, because you're not done yet. And I cannot wait to see you rise.